Hey guys, I'm Kyle with Lone Peak. This is Lone Peak Labs. Today we're testing out a new wind fairing for the front of the camper. Let's dive in. So we've been thinking about making a wind fairing on the front of the campers for a while, but the impetus for this actually has to do with our cab pass-through window. Why I'm bringing this up is that we've been hearing from a few of you guys, now that we have quite a few campers on the road, when you guys drive through what I suspect to be monsoons for an extended period of time, you guys are reporting some water ingress through this window. Now it's not around the main seal, so if any water actually gets inside of this window, there's a whole channel system here. And there's holes at the bottom for the water to exit. There's three things I want you to test on this guy. There's a chance that the seal can actually block those water egress holes that I showed you. And if that happens and the window fills up with water, it'll have nowhere to go and it can actually come on the inside of the camper. So that's one thing to look at. The other thing to look at is your seals for the slider itself. These are basically like little windshield wiper rubber seals. They're vertical, they're on both sides. Make sure those look like they're in good working order. And then the other part of this window, and this is where we suspect some of the water might be coming in from, is there's actually a gap of that seal at the bottom. It's about 1/4 inch, and there's a potential from air pressure coming underneath your overhang. Who knows where it's coming from? It could be coming from the sides, coming from the top, but water and pressure could be actually forcing water up and into your camper from here. Part of our QA process is to actually fully water test all of our campers, including the windows, but that's a stationary position. It's not on a vehicle moving 80 miles an hour through a monsoon. And so we love the window. We don't really have any plans on sourcing a different one. So we're trying to understand where the water is coming from and then how to mitigate it. So through some of the Facebook group comments that you guys have given us, some of you guys have said you put a fairing on the front and it actually fixed your issue. And so our hypothesis for this video is that water and high pressure wind from driving fast over an extended period of time is potentially shoving water through these holes here. And so I have a full camera setup that's going to be on my rig. Thankfully, we live in Washington where there's a lot of water, and we're going to go drive in the mountains really fast. It's worse things to do on a work day. And see if we can replicate the issue and then see what it looks like with a fairing on the front and see if it's any better. Let's go check it out. All right guys, I'm up on Stevens Pass right now. The river up here is absolutely crazy. It is very rainy. There's actually flood watches everywhere. We've gotten like 4 inches of rain in the last couple days. Kind of wild. Great time to do a test for water intrusion. So the two GoPros are running right now. One looking kind of the gap between the camper and the cab of the truck. The other one on the inside mounted to our ladder. And that's just gonna see if any water actually comes in as we drive. All right guys, this has been a fun day, super wet day. We kind of have inconclusive results. As always, testing is hard. There's so many different trucks. There's so many different environmental scenarios here. After driving my truck for about an hour and a half up and down Stevens Pass,
I haven't seen any water get pushed through the cab pass-through window. And who knows why? Might not be enough rain, might not be driving fast enough. But the big thing that we did see is there was much less water on this section of the camper next to the cab when we had the fairing on there. So the thing we can conclude is that this will limit water, and it might help some of you guys who are experiencing leaking through the window. So here's the plan. I'm gonna fab up some prototypes and send them to you guys who are experiencing leaking and see if that helps solve your problem. The only caveat here is you can't use it with a light bar. We're trying to make a universal wind fairing, and we just can't make it fit with both those in there. If you guys have any thoughts, questions, ideas, feel free, comment below. Anything else, send us a message at team@lonepeakoverland.com.